Howdy everybody, Efour here, and welcome back to the channel for Season 7, Episode 12 of our FIFA 22 Youth to Gold save. Now we're getting to the end of this series. Today we have our first game against Real Madrid in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and then we also have a semi-final in the FA Cup against Everton. We're still on pace to win 4 trophies this season. We've already completed the Carabao Cup. We're getting really close to the Premier League trophy being hoisted at Bailey Stadium. And then, like I said, we're focusing in on the Champions League and the FA Cup. Let's go see if we can get done with the quadruple this season. So, let's dive in. This episode takes place in the second half of April. We have 2 games in the league against Tottenham and Southampton. We'll take a look at the Premier League table before we hop into those highlights, but I'm pretty darn sure that we can end up winning the Premier League in one of those 2 games. So if we do, it's still going to be highlights, but I'll bring you back for the trophy celebration. After those 2 games, we take on Everton in the semifinal of the FA Cup, where we're either going to be taking, I think it's either Man City or Spurs in the final. So that's going to be a big game. And we also take on Real Madrid in the, semifinals of the Champions League, not the quarterfinals. Like I said in the intro, we're in the semifinals. So we have our first leg against Real Madrid in that today. Let's go take a quick look at the Premier League table before we hop into the highlights against Tottenham and Southampton. So, surprise, it looks like Man City played a game after our last game against Everton in the league in last episode. And it looks like, let's take a quick look. Did they lose? They beat Newcastle, and I'm not sure, but as I sit here and do my math, we have 5 games left. Manchester City have 4. They could get a total of 12 points if they won every single one, which would put them on 80 points. So, we didn't get any trophy celebration. We didn't get a news article that I saw, but we've won the Premier League. So, before we even start playing games in this episode, we've already checked off our 2nd trophy of the season. It's anticlimactic, but we got to see the trophy celebration last season. We didn't get one this season, apparently, but we have won the Premier League, still undefeated in all competitions. 26 wins, 5 draws in the Premier League, and we have not lost a game in the Champions League, Carabao Cup, or the FA Cup. It's been quite a run, but Manchester City, at most, can finish on 80 points at this point, which secures us the Premier League trophy. That's back-to-back Premier League titles, and man, I am excited. We're going to be taking on Spurs first, who sit in 3rd, and then Southampton, who are all the way down in 16th, kind of in a relegation battle. They could get drug into that little bit of a scrap with West Ham if West Ham can win. But let's get into the highlights and see how the team does before we get into the game against Everton in the semifinal of the FA Cup. Trying to maintain the invincible season in all competitions, we take in the best 11 against Tottenham. In the 7th minute, we opened the scoring as Baker's shot was parried into Carlson's path for an easy tap-in, 1-0. After dominating the game, we finally broke them down again in the 56th minute. Bauer playing a pass to Baker for a simple tap-in, doubling our lead, 2-0. And in the 63rd minute, we finally hit the trifecta as Carlson played a ball over the top for Baker, running in to grab his second, making it 3-0. In the 80th minute, youth prospect Calvo played in Baker for an easy finish and completing his hat trick, making it 4-0. But in the 90th minute, we let Smith down by giving up a consolation goal and robbing his clean sheet, ending the game 4-1. The 4-1 win over Spurs sees our invincible season continue. Up next is Southampton, who are fighting for safety from relegation at the bottom of the table. Once again, we took in a strong 11 with Lundberg for Fisher being the only change. With 6 minutes on the board, Van Hoof played a beautiful cross back post to Baker where he headed it home to open the scoring 1-0. In the 17th minute, Carlson showed his world-class control, keeping the defender away from the ball and playing in Baker to double our lead 2-0. And inside 24 minutes, Baker completed his hat trick as Van Hoof found him with a beautiful cross, and with a sublime finish, Baker slotted home 3-0. 4 minutes after that, we were in again, and Carlson tried crossing it to Baker, but this time the defender scored an own goal to pad our lead 4-0. It seems we've made a habit out of letting Smith down, and in the 40th minute, we were out of position, and Southampton exploited a run behind to grab a goal, and it was 4-1. But in the 58th minute, we reminded them who the best team in the world is, Baker to Van Hoof for a cool finish, making it 5-1. And in the 67th minute, youth prospect Kevin Ward passed to Van Hoof. Van Hoof slotted it back to Ward, and making no mistakes, he increased the lead 6-1. That 6-1 win over Southampton officially sees us lift the title. If you watched the beginning of this episode, which if you're watching this, I'm sure you did, I messed up. Math is hard. I was calculating off 36 games. I was just having a brain fart. There's 38 games in the Premier League season, and so we did end up winning the trophy after that win against Southampton, but I skipped through the title celebration because I wasn't expecting it, yada yada yada. I apologize. We missed the trophy celebration, but we did win the Premier League trophy back-to-back seasons, which is so exciting. Still an invincible season with no losses in the Premier League and no losses in any competition. We're looking so good. We have a couple more games in the Premier League, and we are going to fight for an invincible season, but we're going to just show highlights of those in the next episode, and I think one more at the end of this episode if I remember correctly. But in other news, I did want to highlight this. I have played 400 games as manager of Efour United. We have 250 wins, 70 draws, and 80 losses. Now, percentage-wise, that's 62.5% win ratio, 17.5 draw ratio, and 20% loss ratio. So 1 out of every 5 games over my career I've lost. But on the flip side of that, we've pretty much won 3 out of every 5 games and then drawn another one. So not a bad little run as manager of Efour United, but super exciting. Today, we're moving forward. We're getting into this game against Everton in the semifinal of the FA Cup. We win this, we're going to be taking on Manchester City. As you can see here, Manchester City. If you've been around in this series, you know they are our kryptonite. It's going to be a tough one, but we got to get past Everton to have the chance to lift the FA trophy. We've won the Carabao Cup and the Premier League officially thus far, so let's check out the team we're taking into this game against Everton in the FA Cup semi-final. We take in the strongest 11 possible. Smith in goal, a back four of Ojeda, Bishop, Aguado, and Taylor. Midfield trio of Carlson, Nelson, and Fisher, and an attacking 3 of Bauer, Baker, and Van Hoof. On the bench we have Sans, Lundberg, Calvo, Ward, Kerr, Olsen, and Kamara. I've been rocking with Calvo, Ward, and Olsen on the bench just for fun to get these youth guys into the games a little bit more. Olsen replaces, what is his name, Olafson? Yeah, Olafson, sorry, on the bench. Calvo replaces Villalba on the bench, and Ward, we know, technically replaces Bauer, but that's because Schaefer's injured. All that jazz. Still sad about Schaefer's injury, but we're rolling. We're looking so good. Let's see if we can book another ticket to Wembley in the FA Cup final by beating Everton. And here we go. Starting off, we have been dominant, especially even just recording this episode. It's been pretty impressive, beating Spurs 4-1, Southampton 6-1. I am disappointed in giving up the goals for Smith, but we're looking good. We're looking really good. That was a terrible turnover there, but I really do feel like we could complete this series on such a high note by having a completely invincible season in every single competition, which is just unheard of. That would definitely put us down as the best team, in my opinion, in history. Not just in the Premier League. Yes, in the Premier League, but in my opinion, in the history of the world. Just winning everything like that would be crazy. It would be cool if in FIFA, if you could like take this team up against some of the great teams of all time, you know, the 98 Man U team, or some of the Galacticos, things of that nature would be really cool. But you can't, so we just have to just say it ourselves. We're the best team to ever play this game, and you can take that one to the bank. Here's Baker in already, and I get him on his left foot, and it looks like that Carlson blocked it. He did. It's out for a goal kick. Here we come again, moving into their half, playing a ball over the top for Baker. We've seen this route to goal a lot, and there's Carlson, and it goes off the woodwork. What a miss, but what a beautiful play from the boys. Let's see if we can get another play like that and finally get a goal. Here is Ojeda running down the left flank. Can we just get a crazy cross? And what didn't quite come off how I wanted, and the goalkeeper collects, but Ojeda does win the ball back immediately. Playing it to Nelson, down to Van Hoof, and can he finish it? He cannot. That's an ugly shot. It's out for another goal kick. Here we are on the edge of their area. Baker trying to play it to Mike Nelson. It does not come off. Everton looking to hit us on a counter immediately, pushing into our half quickly. Let's see if we can dispossess them and hit them back. Now, when the new FIFA comes out, oh no. Oh no, we're down 1-0. Poor defensive play, great run from their striker. I don't remember who number 9 is on their team. Bale. I don't know who that is, but he scores. It looks like he might be a new gen. He scores, and we're down 1-0. And here is the restart after that goal we just gave up. Bale is a new gen, 84 overall striker. I have not heard of him. I don't know how old he is, but seems like a pretty darn good striker considering that finish he just had, and he's an 84 overall. But as I was saying, the new series for FIFA will be coming out next week. I'm super excited about that. If you have any suggestions, I want to do something similar, make it difficult to win a Premier League. I've thought about maybe doing a Youth Academy only save. Oh my gosh, we turned the ball over again. I've also thought about doing a, like finding one of the teams that just came up to EFL League 2 from the Vanarama National, and using them because they will in theory be the worst team in English football. But I haven't, poor shot from Carlson, but I haven't decided. So if you have any ideas, anything you think would be interesting, let me know down in the comments because I'd love to try them out. But some of my ideas, like I said, have been Youth Academy only with no transfers, just some things to make it really, really challenging. But again, that comes out next week. Today, we got to take care of Everton because we're behind 1-0. So let's get into the second half and find a goal. Everton trying to find a way through now. We are doing a decent job keeping them at bay, but we have not been able to win possession, which does make me a little concerned. There is Nelson with a foot in, but they pick the ball back up, still unable to maintain this possession that we're trying to grab. Play it into Mecha, and they get the pass. Fortunately for us, Nelson made a great run tracking back. All right, let's see what we can do here. We're going to go to Carlson as soon as he gets... That was not a great pass from Ojeda. And the goalkeeper collects, and it's going to be a goal kick again. Carlson here with the ball, playing it down the wing to Van Hoof. Can we get something going? We have Carlson again here. And who do we have? Come on, Nelson. I need you to... I wanted Nelson to make the run. He didn't. Baker on the ball, and he can't spin quite quick enough to take the shot. And our attack is thwarted. They look to hit us on a counter again. I do not want this to be the first game we lose. That would stink. All right, come on, boys. We are good enough to beat Everton. We know it. We have beat them. I think last episode we beat them 5-2 in the Premier League. Now, they're not a bad team, but we are 100% better. So let's get forward. Great foot in there from Van Hoof. Going into Carlson here, and I took the wrong angle. That was so poor for me, running right into that defender to lose the ball. We're in the 65th minute. We still don't have a goal. This is getting a little scary. Not like this. If this is how the invincible season, it is invincible in the league, but in all competitions ends, I will be disappointed because I want the quadruple. I want to cement ourselves as the best team to ever play the game. All right, going down the wing to Bauer. We have stuff happening. I can feel it in my bones. All right, Bauer is not the fastest. He's going to cut inside and find Nelson, and Nelson finishes. There it is. Hit him with the dead fish. What a goal from Mike Nelson. And it was a great cut in from Bauer, running down that wing, playing to Nelson, and Nelson with the first time finish to get it past the keeper, to grab our equalizer, and it's a game, boys and girls. We're tied 1-1. We have made 3 changes. Sans comes on at left back for Ojeda. Lundberg comes on at center defensive mid for Fisher, and Kerr comes on at left wing for Bauer. The reason I'm doing this is because those 3 are our most tired, and we play Real Madrid in just 3 days. 2 days of rest in between. So I know I need to rotate. I'm a little nervous already that some of these key players are going to be tired, specifically Carlson, but he has 97 stamina, so I'm hoping he can bounce back rather quickly. But we're bringing these 3 on to try and see if we can get this win today in the semifinal against Everton. Everton on the edge of our area, looking so dangerous. We got Bale on the ball again, the 84 striker. And fortunately for us, Smith makes a great save. Here is their corner after the save from Smith. Come on. We've seen us struggle on corners like this. With the second ball, great save from Smith. That's what I was worried about, but we do end up getting out of a dangerous spot. Nelson running in, and we have the numbers. Can Baker get there? Yes, he can, because he's Frank Baker. We're going over to Carlson just for the disrespect, and he gets it in the net. I thought we were going to miss, but he doesn't. Hit him with the worm. Let's go. And I thought I was going to regret this pass from Baker over to Carlson, but from the tight angle, he does get the finish, and we're now ahead 2-1 and in control of this game. The keeper is going to be frustrated with himself looking back at that one because he was so close to saving it, but he didn't, and we're ahead 2-1. 5 minutes left. Everton moving into our half, trying to find the equalizer for their team. We are in control of this game. We just have to play smart. Sound defense, no crazy turnovers, and we will get out of here with a win. Son's playing some defense, does get a foot in to block the cross, and trying to get the ball. He cannot. They're still on the edge of our area in a dangerous spot. This makes me very nervous. We have a minute left of extra time, but because they're on the edge of our area, we know they'll get all the time they need. But there's a foot from Lundberg getting in, and Carlson's running, and there's the final whistle. We're through to the final of the FA Cup for the second year in a row. We're going to Wembley. What a game from the boys. That 2-1 win was massive. It sees us through to the final against Manchester City on May 13th, which will be in the next episode. But man, I'm so excited. I want to win all 4 trophies. That's what we're gunning for. The quadruple, as I've said before, we already got the Carabao Cup. We have the Premier League trophy. All that's left is the Champions League and the FA Cup. We have to win the Champions League to complete this save. In this series, that is one of the objectives. If you forget the objectives, they're down in the description. But that's one of the objectives of this save. And considering that FIFA 23 comes out next week, we got to get it done this season. So we're going to go jump into our game against Real Madrid in the semifinal of the Champions League. So let's go check it out. So today we take on Real Madrid in the Champions League semifinal. Milan and Atletico Madrid already drew 1-1 in their game. We got to go take on Real Madrid, so let's go take a look at the team. Considering the magnitude of this game, we take in the best 11 possible. Smith in goal, a back four of Ojeda, Bishop, Aguado, and Taylor. Midfield trio of Carlson, Nelson, and Fisher. And an attacking 3 of Bauer, Baker, and Van Hoof. On the bench we have Sans, Lundberg, Calvo, Ward, Kerr, Olsen, and Kamara. We are sticking with the youth guys on the bench just because I honestly trust them just as much as the other guys, and they're a lot younger, and so we're going to give them the game time, see if they can develop a little bit towards the end of this series. But this is the team we take in for our first leg against Real Madrid. First leg is all we're going to be playing in today's episode. In the next episode, we'll do the second leg and probably the FA Cup final. But today, we're taking on Real Madrid. So let's take this team in and see if we can get a win to start out this tie. And here we go. At home for the first leg of this tie, taking on Real Madrid. This is arguably one of the biggest teams we have played, and I'm interested to see how we do against them. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think we mentioned it a couple episodes ago. If the Premier League is still at the same level that it is in real life. Oh my goodness! And in the first 5 minutes, Pedri gets a red card. That's huge. That's going to help us so much, but it kind of bothers me. I want to take them on full strength, but we will take it. So now we're up a man in this game, but what a big deal. Now I want to take a look with you guys. There's my controller. I want to take a look with you guys and see if that is the Pedri from... It is. And he has been sent off with a red card playing left wing for them, which is interesting. And by the way, I know he went to Juventus and now he's at Real Madrid. It doesn't matter. But we're up a man in this game already. They got Rodrigo, Julian Alvarez, Valverde, Vinicius, Locatelli, Jose Gaya, Lucas Hernandez. Lucas Hernandez is playing center back. Eder Militao, Nicolas Sewell, and Courtois. They have an insane team. Once again, like Juventus, lowest rated person is an 86, but them losing Pedri is going to be massive. Let's go get into this free kick. And I realize now, guys, that I completely forgot to talk about the free kick. We passed it to, what's his name? We passed it to Bauer. Bauer passed it back to Baker, and Baker was dispossessed, but they were on their attack there. But we did end up getting the ball back and not being left to regret that. Get it over. I really wanted that to go to Bauer. It doesn't come off. Carlson trying to pressure. Mike Nelson, get up. Okay, he does. Great job. And he's going to play in Mike Nelson. And there's Mike Nelson. And there's the opener. Hit him with the dead fish. Inside 12 minutes, Efour United is up 1-0. And it was a great play from the boys. Baker just runs in and sees Nelson's run. He collects himself and fires past Courtois to give us the 1-0 lead. Real Madrid moving into our half, trying to find a goal back. And I'm hoping they don't get one back, but they're also a good enough team to definitely get one back, but it's a great ball from Baker into Carlson, one-on-one with the keeper, and he slots it past Courtois and hit him with the worm. We're ahead 2-0 and looking so good already. As I've mentioned, guys, this team is just on a whole nother level. Taking care of Real Madrid already. Yes, we're man. We have a man advantage, but still looking so good. Great pass from Baker. Carlson puts it into the back of the net to give us a 2-0 lead in this first leg of this round of whatever it is, semifinal. You guys know, English is hard. I'll see you in a sec when I have a highlight. Real Madrid moving into our half. Vinicius Jr. on the ball. He is a beast. Very shifty player. I wonder how old he is now. I'd be curious to know what even... I don't even know what year we're in on, honestly. Okay, we get that up to Carlson. Over to Mike Nelson. Going down the wing to Van Hoof here. And he's in. 2-on-1 with Baker. Back to Mike Nelson for his second. It doesn't get to the net because Courtois saves it. And here is our corner. Playing it in. Let's see if we can make something happen. Courtois collects. He is a very good goalkeeper. In the World Cup final, or not the World Cup, in the Champions League final this past season, Real Madrid and Liverpool, Courtois had a crazy game. One man of the match, I'm pretty sure. Just insane. He is the reason that Real Madrid won that game. Now here come Madrid again. Vinny Jr. on the ball. Passing it back to Nicolas Sula. And they have a shot saved by Smith. Here is that corner from the shot saved by Smith. It comes in, and we do get there, but it's not cleared by Baker. And here's Baker. He should get there first. He does. There is Bauer, and it's a poor pass from Baker. Cut out. They look to turn and immediately get back into our half, trying to find a goal. If we could take a 2-goal advantage back to the Bernabeu, how we did against Juventus. Granted, against Juventus we did win. Oh, what a ball. And there is the goal back for him. I don't even know how my controller just disconnected. I didn't even move my arm, and it's now really not connecting. Come on, little controller. Okay, I'll see you in a sec when I get my controller fixed. Okay, we're back. I fixed the controller, but they get a goal back, only down 2-1, and they are a very good team. I mean, yes, we have a man advantage, but they're still very dangerous. This pass here, right here, was just beautiful, and Rodrigo makes no mistakes. Getting on the score sheet, it's 2-1. But I was saying, if we could get a 2-goal advantage, how we did against Juventus, it would really ease my nerves a little bit, because that was huge. Heading into that second leg, being up by 2 goals ahead of them. Now, Real Madrid, I would say, is better than Juventus, but I do think it's still possible. Terrible job there from Ojeda to get that ball out, but he does step in there, and I need Bauer to run. He does, but there is the halftime whistle. We're ahead 2-1, looking really good. We have a man advantage. I'm feeling confident that we can get out of this game with a win. But we definitely got to make it happen and be very careful in this second half. Mike Nelson making his way in, into Carlson, back to Mike, and he can't quite get there before the defender. There's my controller again. I have to fix that. That is getting so obnoxious. They play it out. We're trying to press them into a bad decision. We got Courtois, and he does split our defense, getting a ball through. And they break our press down, moving up the pitch into our half now. Julian Alvarez on the ball. And, okay, we're doing a good job. Taylor. Oh, Mike Nelson is wide open. Go, Mike. Go, Mike. Get there. It doesn't come off, but it falls to Carlson, and we get our third. Hit him with the knockout punches. We're ahead 3-1 over Real Madrid in the first 55 minutes of this game, and looking so good. What a ball from Taylor into Mike Nelson. It is safe from Courtois, but Carlson's in the right position to fire home into an empty net, and we're up 3-1. Rodrigo on the ball, running down the left side. He's so fast. He's slowing down now, so we're able to catch up with him finally, but man, he took off and was gone. Fisher with a good foot in there, playing it down this wing. We're going up to Carlson, and we're going to try and go immediately over to Baker. Unfortunately, Carlson is beat to the ball, and our attack is thwarted. Here's Valverde running down our right side. Ian Taylor chasing back. Can they get another goal? That was almost so bad. Still so bad, but it does take a fortunate bounce way out of the area for us. But oh my goodness, I was so nervous we were about to give up a goal. Come on, boys. Like I said, I want a 2-goal lead headed into the second leg in the next episode because that will, I feel, ensure a victory. It'll definitely help. Not necessarily ensure a victory, but it'll definitely give us a nice little boost. And Smith collects that. 72 minutes on the board. Going down to Ian Taylor. Can we get a run down the wing? No, we can't, and he is dispossessed. That's a bad turnover for us. We've been burned on those sorts of turnovers in the past, and it's definitely not a good look for this team. Especially when you're this far in the Champions League. You can't make mistakes like that because that you will be left to pick up the pieces when you're made to pay for them. But Smith is awesome and makes the save. They bring Anthony on for Rodrigo. Goodness gracious. Okay, Nelson does get it out. Kind of, not really. This is what I'm talking about. Terrible play from us. Okay, the shot is blocked from Vinicius, and Julian Alvarez was offsides. We are making 2 changes. Lundberg comes on for Fisher, and Sans comes on for Ojeda. Both of those boys are tired, so we're going to give them a little bit of rest, get a little bit of freshness into this team. We have been burned on these 2 subs in the past just because we lose some defensive security when we make these subs with Sans out on the left. But we'll have to see. I think it's the right call. Try and shore up the defense, get some energy into that area of the pitch, and try and hold on to this 2-goal lead. 10 minutes left in the game, and we have looked great. Again, we are up by up a player due to their red card, but still looking so good. And I wanted that to go to Mike Nelson. It does still fall to him, and he's almost dispossessed, but maintains. Nelson looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Can't quite find it. Lundberg into Carlson, and Carlson skips around, has a back post cross cut out, and he can't quite do it. Okay. I think Nelson's offsides there. No, it's going to be a corner. Okay, but we're maintaining possession, dominating them towards the end of this game, which is key, because if they don't have the possession, they can't score, and Bishop almost gets a goal off that corner. It does not come off. We have a minute of regular time left, plus whatever is added on for extra time. 1 minute. So I'm feeling pretty good that we're going to see out this 2-goal lead in this game, which is massive. And there is the final whistle. We beat Real Madrid 3-1 with Pedri getting a red card. He will be suspended for the next leg, which is also going to be massive. What a game from the boys. We maintain our unbeaten run in all competitions. And man, what a result. I'm so excited. And oh my gosh, I can't wait for the next episode to take them on again. When we do the FA Cup final, and then the Champions League game final will be, if we get there I guess, will be a standalone episode to cap off the end of this incredible series. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I have had a blast. Let's get into, I think we have 1 more game at the end of this month, so let's get into it. As mentioned, we do take a 3-1 lead into the next leg of the semifinals in the Champions League. That 2-goal advantage is going to be huge, especially because we're going to be playing them away. I don't want to lose the game, but even if we did lose 1-0, as long as we don't lose by more than 2 goals, we're okay. But man, what a game against Real Madrid. So excited. Efour United is up there with the big boys in the world of football, and so I'm very excited. But today, we take on Crystal Palace in the Premier League. We still sit at the top, crowned champions. Crystal Palace are in 9th. They're not going to make it into Europe, so they really have nothing to play for, but we still got to be careful to try and maintain this unbeaten run. So let's get into the highlights. Per usual, we've taken the best 11 to play Crystal Palace. And in the 48th minute, Carlson passed to Nelson, who spun around the defender to find our opener 1-0. We ended that game 1-0. Crystal Palace honestly gave us a little bit of trouble. Not really threatening our goal, but just struggling to break them down. We had a couple good opportunities, but couldn't really put them in the back of the net. And so we ended up winning 1-0. But doesn't matter. We got the win, and we're still sitting very nice at the top of the table, 21 points ahead of second place, which is a huge gap. We have 4 games left in this season to play, and I'm very confident that we're going to break the 100-point mark, which is very, very exciting. But now we have the scouting reports. Hinga dinga dargan. Grab a snack and a drink because it's time for the scouting reports. And gosh darn it, boys and girls, we drew another blank, and I'm pretty bummed because that was the last scouting report of this series. That was the very last one. Our scouts are now back, and because this is going to be the last season, we're not going any further than that. So take a moment of silence. You know, really appreciate this moment. We're going to take a last look at our youth academy. Kyle Santos, 60 overall, 85 to 91, left back. Boulay here, 63 overall, 91 to 94, left back. Looks like he's going to have potential to be special. Would have been a fun player to get to know and use. Eric Wood, 62 overall, 83 to 89, right wing back. Gilbert, center attacking mid, 68 overall, 75 to 89 potential. Alfonso Campos, 66 overall, 84 to 90 potential. Victor Nelson, 66 overall, 92 to 94 potential. Looks like another guy who has potential to be special. Bruno Silva, 60 overall, 85 to 91 potential. And Hugo Morvan, 57 overall, 81 to 94 potential. We will never see how these guys' careers pan out, which does bum me out, but it should be an honor of theirs to be in such a highly esteemed youth academy as ours. But that is our scouting report. If you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. A couple episodes ago, I had the most views ever on a video, and it was awesome. I think the count is at 162 right now, which compared to other channels isn't a lot, but for me, it was a huge amount. So thank you so much for the support. I was just blown away. Super, super grateful. It was such an encouragement for me. These videos take a lot of time and effort, and just to get a little bit of recognition was really exciting. So thank you guys for watching that. And thank you for watching this. The series is coming to an end, but if you've been here and watched through most of this, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. We're going to be doing it again in FIFA 23. But man, I have enjoyed this team's journey through the Crucible. Until next time, Efour out.